a long time, but just a little bit about who we are as a coaching team and community, how Mel and I both got started in this, what some of our initial fears or questions were and how we got over that. And then a little bit about what we do kind of day to day, how we earn, and some stories from coaches on our team. And then at the end, if you have questions, we'll go from there. All right. So let's present. Okay. All right. So what is coaching? What is coaching? Okay, I want to start by saying coaches are not perfect, like in any way, shape, form. Our job is really to show people what is possible, right? With the help of these amazing programs and products that you're very familiar with, right? With the help of those and people, that's kind of that like X factor. Anyone can work out from home, anyone can eat healthy from home, but that community and that team piece is really what brings it all together at a different level, right? So our job is really to just show people what's possible with those things while life is happening, because life is always going to happen. You mentioned 2020 and what a crap storm it was, right? Like there's always going to be something. So if we can help people realize that you can still take care of yourself, you can still show up every day, and you'll have support while doing it, like we're going to get through life together, right? Okay, so who are we as a community? So all the pictures on here, this is all our team. Some of them started as customers. Some of them started as coaches, right? Some of it's like this beautiful mix, right? But we all have this really beautiful bond of fitness, right? So we have moms, teachers, nurses, sales executives, CFOs, realtors, administrators. We have other people who are involved in corporate wellness as well. And we all wear a ton of different hats in life. And the one thing that we really have in common, aside from all of those differences, is that we're a team of women. We love fitness. We really value community. We like to dream big, whether it's about health and fitness, life, coaching, just in general, right? Dreaming big and using fitness as the catalyst for that, right? To inspire others to live healthy and fit as well. Right, so just a little bit about my road into coaching, kind of how I got here. So I signed up for Beachbody when I was 6 months postpartum with my second baby. And I was really struggling to get back into a fitness routine. Fitness has been a part of my life since I could basically walk. And I am a high school swim coach, as I said before, and a fitness instructor. I was also teaching full-time in a high school classroom. So I had a lot of different hats. I was very, very busy. I was really realizing like I was lonely, right? I was in the trenches of motherhood and just so busy that I had really let relationships in my life kind of dissipate, where I just like old friends, I just like, we lost touch. I wasn't really making any new friends because I was so dang busy and spending a lot of time with other people's kids and not my own. And that was really starting me. I was feeling really overworked in the classroom. I didn't feel like I was earning my worth. As a teacher, I loved my job, but I really felt like I was working so hard for really little reward, right? Which isn't what it's all about, but I was feeling defeated at the end of the days. And I just was somebody who was saying yes, 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 all the time to anyone, everything, right? Anyone that needed me, even if it didn't serve my life or my family, right? And part of that was because I found my worth, like my self-worth, rested in the hands of others, right? If someone asked me to do something, I felt worthy, I felt important, I felt needed, right? And that was a problem for me. And that's I didn't really realize it at the time, but reflecting back, that's where I was. Right? So when I signed up, again, 6 months postpartum, I was struggling to get back into a fitness routine. And I was a fitness instructor and I was standing on the floor teaching class. And I just said, I looked in the mirror at the class behind me and I was like, God, I feel like a fraud up here. I'm not taking care of myself. I'm not working out consistently. And here I am telling them how to live healthy and fit, how to work out, right? And it was just this moment for me where I was like, what am I doing? So I reached out to a friend who was also an instructor at the studio. And I said, tell me about the Beachbody thing. I know you're doing it. I was familiar with Beachbody. I'd done some workouts in the past, like I knew what it was. And I knew that she was doing it consistently at home. And I said, tell me about it. So she told me a little bit more and I signed up a coach purely for the discount. I did not want to do any coaching. I told myself like, I'm way too freaking busy, right? And so I signed up for a discount because I knew I was going to love it. I knew I was going to fall in love with the products and the programs, and I didn't want to spend any extra money and get in arguments with my husband about it. So signed up, I got plugged into a 21-day program. It was the first time that I showed up for 21 days in a row in 4 years, right? Since I had my first baby. And it just like, I say this all the time, I found myself in my basement after 21 days. Like I found what I was looking for as far as fitness was concerned, right? And I was also plugged into one of their accountability groups, which Lisa, you may have been plugged into one, I'm sure at some point, right? And I realized at the end of those 21 days, like I felt really good physically, but there was something still missing in my life. I still felt really lonely. And I realized it because I was in this community of women I didn't know. I didn't know any of the women in that challenge group. But by the end of the 21 days, I was like, like there's something to that. Like they were all supporting me. They were cheering me on. I feel like I know some of them really well. We were connected through fitness, which is something I love. And so I thought to myself, what if I could create my own community, right? What if I could find some new friends who are in the same stage of life as me? What if I could connect with some old friends that I've lost touch with over a love fitness, right? And just do this together. Hey, it wouldn't hurt to like earn some money along the way, right? I'm going to work out anyway. I'm going to eat healthy-ish anyway. Like I might as well just make some money doing it. So I started inviting some friends to do it with me. Right. And fast forward 4 years, just a couple of weeks ago was 4 years of coaching. And we have gone from myself as a team of one to a community of over 600 women. And it truly has changed my life. It has made me a more confident, connected person. Just in life, all of the relationships in my life have benefited from me becoming more confident and healthy. I'm a team leader, a CEO. And what this has really given me the path toward is to live a yes life on my own terms, saying yes to things that I want to, saying yes to things that will serve me and my family, not saying yes because it's going to make me feel worthy. I found a lot of self-worth through fitness, right? In my basement, through leading others and cheering others on. And this is it has completely changed my life in every single way. So I'm going to let Mel share her story with you.
Yeah, and I think Lisa knows a little bit of mine, but really when I signed up with Lauren, I was also postpartum with Ella, my second. I was 6 or 8 weeks postpartum. And for me, the reason I signed up was that I felt out of shape. I didn't feel good about myself. I felt postpartum depression again coming on. And instead of waiting around, I wanted to take charge and do something about it. So I was very focused on like the fitness and the nutrition side of things. But what I didn't expect is that I was struggling big time in my corporate job. I was a VP of marketing. I put a lot of my worth and my identity in that title and in that role in my life. But it was a really toxic job situation. And so I was struggling big time just on a confidence level and an emotional level. And because of that, I was really just trying to do all the things for everyone and feeling really horrible in the process. So on the outside, everything looked really great, but on the inside, I was really, really suffering. And not only when I signed up to be a coach, again, just wanted the discount. I was like, oh, this stuff actually works. Fell in love with it. Wanted the team aspect, loved the accountability of it. And what I didn't expect was this emotional mindset journey that happened because of being a coach. And because I was a coach and because I did that work, I found myself again in the sense of my confidence, my voice. And being a coach gave me the confidence to leave a toxic situation that was hurting my life. And really, it was golden handcuffs, right? You feel like you have to stay. And making that choice, I never would have made that choice if I hadn't signed up to be a coach and done the work on myself and helping other people through that as well. So, now I feel like I make decisions that are based on my values and my integrity versus, thinking about what someone else would think, and really just the healthiest I've ever been. And having I would say the emotional space to still work full time and run this as a side business and help people with their own health and fitness and their businesses, which is just a huge passion. So let's dig into what do we actually do as coaches. So let's walk through the pillars of coaching. So the number one job when you're a coach is to take care of yourself, which I think is awesome. Not many jobs are like, okay, number one job, take care of you. And this is so true, because in the 3 years I've been doing this, when I've put myself on the back burner for other things, my business, my coach business suffers. And it's so important that we take care of ourselves first. We do the programs start to finish. We use the products and we show that this works. That's how this business works, is that you take care of you and then you get to share your experience. So that's number two, is you simply share your journey on social. And, that doesn't have to mean every little thing, but you slowly demonstrate your journey and your experience, and you share the good, you share the bad, like Lauren opened up with. Like, we're not perfect. We share a lot of ups and downs. And you want to just simply share your journey in hopes that it connects with someone in your life. And, one of the things I think is that when you share your experience and your journey, you will connect with someone who is silently suffering, and they will reach out to you and say, thank you, or you inspired me today. And that's what really matters when it comes to this. The third thing that we do is we invite others to hang out with us. We invite people to work out with us. We invite people to join this party that we're having right now virtually, but soon to be in person. And we invite people to live a healthy lifestyle. I like to think of this job as we promote and encourage a healthy lifestyle. We do not just sell products. And I love that about this. This is not, okay, buy this, buy this, buy this. It's no, if you live this lifestyle and if you do the programs and if you use the products, that leads you to a healthy lifestyle. And that means a world of difference in a space of, people trying to sell stuff all the time. The last part is that you just take care of people and help them get their own results. So, Lisa, I know you've been a customer for a while, but as I've given you things and helped you with groups and stuff, you would do that for other people as well. And at this point, the team you join matters. And we have a pretty amazing team where we have a ton of content and a ton of experience that it is all up for you to use as you would see fit. And just a side note, all of those pictures, that's our entire team. Those are not stock photos or Beachbody pictures. Like, those are coaches on our team that have gotten real results by following the programs, using the products. And so another way, another part of coaching is measuring success. Now, there are ways that Beachbody recognizes you as a coach for hitting certain milestones. One of those is called Success Club. And this is where they reward you for helping people getting started on their own health and fitness journey. So if you help 3 people a month with a challenge pack, that's kind of their baseline for what they would consider is helping you grow your business, and you get rewarded for that. There are also ranks, and this is, kind of ranks within your team. So the first one is called an Emerald Coach, and this is where you've had 2 people join your team. And each rank advancement as you grow gets more recognition, more income. And it's actually a pretty cool part of this business, is just being rewarded for naturally growing your team and helping people with health and fitness. There's also a ton of awesome rewards in terms of Success Club prizes. There are trips. There's a Success Club trip next year. It's in Punta Cana. There are leadership retreats. Again, the team you join matters. Lauren and I have done retreats for the team on our own. We've also, our head coach, she kind of founded the larger team. She does her own leadership retreats that you can be a part of. So we do a lot as a team that isn't, not all teams do that in the network. It's very special and unique to our team. And then I would say last, in terms of measuring success, the joy that you get from a text that says, I've lost 30 pounds on this journey and it's changed my life. I'm a nicer mom. I'm a better wife. I'm a calmer person in life. That impact that you can have is worth more than anything that is on this page, right? Like that's truly what matters and what keeps us in this business and keeps us going.
All right. So that's a little bit just kind of like the pillars of what we do, right? Inviting people, sharing our journey, or taking care of ourselves, sharing our journey, inviting people, taking care of them. It's just kind of this wash, rinse, repeat. And when you do that, as Mel said, you get recognized in all of these different ways, which is really cool. I love that there are so many different ways to measure success in this business and different ways to be recognized for it. It's awesome. Right. So as you are growing a team, as you are growing a business and helping people, right, how do you earn along the way? I mentioned at the beginning, like I was working out anyway. I was living healthy and fit anyway. I was going to cheer people on anyway. So if I could get paid to do it, like why the heck not, right? So how exactly do we earn? Right? When, as coaches, right, we get paid to do what we're already doing, right? Living healthy and fit, inspiring others to do the same. And the great thing is that, I mean, I am a trainer, right? Like I can write workouts for people. I now know enough about nutrition where I could create a meal plan for somebody, right? But I don't have to, which is the awesome thing. Beachbody pays or spends millions and millions and millions of dollars in research and development to come up with the best programs, the best products, a ton of integrity that backs the things that they put out, right? They take care of all of that. So all I have to do is help people find something that will work for them, right? And spoiler alert, everything will work if you do the work, right? That's the amazing thing about this. There are so many options for all fitness levels, for all ages, for all abilities. Like there is something there for anybody, right? And all we have to do is help them find that solution and then cheer them on. Like that's it. It's pretty freaking cool and it's fun, right? As far as the work goes, we do it in our own pockets of time. So we get to decide what that schedule looks like, right? And a lot of times, like when I was teaching in the classroom, I did not get to decide my schedule. I had to be there at a certain time and I couldn't leave until a certain time, right? So when I first started this, I was working in the morning. I would get up early before my kids got up and I would spend a little bit of time doing it. I would spend my lunch hour doing this work, right? And then I might spend a little bit of time after the kids went to bed doing it as well. So just finding these like 20 to 30 minute pockets of time when I could do it. And for me, it didn't feel like extra because I loved it, right? I truly love it. It's a passion of mine, right? There were mostly what I had to do was stop myself from doing it because I loved it so much, right? Which was a good problem to have. But as I have evolved and as I have left the classroom, in part thanks to coaching, I've been able to leave the classroom and stay at home. So now I work in longer stretches throughout the day. Obviously, as our team has grown and my responsibilities have gotten bigger, I spend more time doing it. But again, it's something that I love and look forward to doing every single day, right? But you get to choose when the work happens and how much it's going to happen, right? Obviously, the more consistent you are with that work, the more successful you're going to be, right? Notice I didn't say the more you work. It's not about how much. It's about how well you do it and how consistently you do it, right? Okay. And then really what this allows you to do is create breathing room for your life. Okay? Financial stress or finances can cause a ton of stress in relationships, for families, just individually on your own, right? And having the financial breathing room in life for yourself and for your family really feels good, right? It's like you can take this it's like a sigh of relief, like the weight has been lifted off of your shoulders, right? You can start by paying for your products. A lot of our coaches, when they first start out, that's their goal. They want to alleviate the bill of their products every month, right? Like we love these supplements. I wouldn't go a day without them, but being able to pay for them with my Beachbody income was awesome, right? It was like I spent the money. I was like, oh, it's cool. I'm just gonna make that back in a couple of days, right? Then it started going toward bills, right? Whether it's electricity, cable, car payments, right? Mortgages, things like that. It can go toward all of that. And then after you kind of spend it on that, it can go into savings, right? You might have a savings account like college funds for your kids, just a savings account for a rainy day. Maybe you're saving for a vacation, wanting to pay off debt, anything like that. Or some extra spending money in life. So I am something like I love a manicure. I love a bi-weekly, or not bi, yeah, no, yeah, is that what you call it? Twice a month? Every 2 weeks, bi-weekly? I love a bi-weekly mani, right? And this is something I don't ever have to feel guilty walking into that salon because I know that I have earned enough money from this to be able to pay for that without an argument at home, right? So there's a lot of ways that this can create financial breathing room in your life, which can lead to more choices in life. And that's something that Mel and I, we both talk about this a lot, right? Like having the option to go on a family vacation if we want to, having the option for our kids to sign up for gymnastics and ice skating and hockey and like all the things that they want to do, right? Just to have that breathing room is really nice. And so there's 3 ways to earn as a coach. And the first way is it's just direct commissions, right? When you share the things that you love with somebody else and they sign up, right? You earn 25% commission on that. Okay, so a basic challenge pack, that's what most people sign up with, right? Which is a year of Beachbody On Demand and either a month of Shakeology or a month of the Performance Line, right? You earn $50 for that, right? Which is pretty great, right? Anytime someone orders Shakeology for the month, it's $30, right? So you earn the direct commission from Beachbody for hooking people up with programs and products that you love. Okay, the second way is by starting to build a team, right? So this is what Mel and I do, right? We invite people to our team to become team members and coaches, and we help them not only get started with their health and fitness, but we help them get started inviting people. We help them get started with their own business. And you can earn an additional income from Beachbody when they see a coach who is not only helping people get healthy and fit, but also helping people help others. Beachbody rewards you with bonuses for that, right? They say, Mel, you're doing a really great job with your team. Your team is thriving. Here's some money, right? There's obviously like a formula to it and how much you earn, and right, but it comes directly from them, and that's something I love. So Mel is one of my coaches, right? So when Mel does really well, which she obviously does, that money doesn't come from me, right? And vice versa. I don't take money from her when she's doing really well. Beachbody pays both of us directly from the Beachbody pot, right? Which is awesome, right? And it's really, that creates a really collaborative environment. Like you are a team, not only in fitness, but in business. Like the better my coaches do and their teams do, the better I'm going to do financially, right? So you're really working together. It's not competitive because Beachbody is not saying it has to be Mel or Lauren, right? It's Mel and Lauren together. Right? Then the third way, as you grow those teams and as you hit those ranks, Mel mentioned, Emerald rank is the first one. There's different ranks in the company that you can earn or that you can achieve. And when you do that, Beachbody pays out quarterly bonuses in addition to those other 2 ways to earn. Right? So it's an uncapped earning potential in this business. And it's really up to you, again, how much you want to work, how much you want to put into it, how much you want to earn. You really can determine how much you want to earn and go and do it, which is really unique in the world of business. Most of us work in jobs that has a salary cap, right? This doesn't. You get to decide, right? And when you say, I want to make this much, you know exactly what you need to do in order to do that. And it's up to you to go do it, right? All right, Mel, do you want to do this one?
Yeah, so I think one of the things, that's how you earn, but hearing from each of these coaches on how extra income has impacted their life is really important. And so you'll recognize Megan Backus here, now Megan Russell. And she said it lets her do some fun stuff like new makeup, family photo shoot, gifts. She has bought this awesome West Elm dining room table that she just loves. And so it really has given her an ability to have a little bit more fun or buy some more fun stuff for her family for experiences. Our teammate Steph, she said that their income has allowed her to finish the basement. And I love that she says here, she has an amazing workout room. It's paid for a lot of other stuff in their house to make it more lovable. I love that. Our coach Lindsay here, she talks about using her income to put her daughter in dance, pay for her product, and also be able to go on their first family vacation. I know they went on a beach vacation. For me personally, this income has given us the flexibility to do what we want without stressing about it. And this year it was things like rent a cabin up north when we wanted to get out of the apartment at Christmas. It was to go on vacation to Florida for a week and rent a house because we just needed to escape. And honestly, those are things in life that Tim and I would have been like, you know what? No, we really should save. We shouldn't spend money on this. And so it's just like that extra cushion of relief, honestly. And Lauren, similar thing, giving them more freedom and choices in life, being able to say yes to more things without stress, create college funds for the kids. And like she mentioned, she's left a full-time teaching job to pursue her passion in health and fitness from home. So now we're going to get into what fears did we have? Because I think this is one of the biggest things we hear from brand new people is like, oh, but I have so many fears about becoming a coach. And, so did we. And so we want to just share those and go through those. And my first fear was, I don't have a degree or certification in health and fitness. How can I be a coach? And the beauty about this, and Lauren kind of touched on this, is that Beachbody provides the best fitness, the best nutrition products. They have so much research done. I mean, Darren Olean has literally traveled the world to find the best ingredients. I can't do that. And I really, when I focused on people don't want an expert, people want someone to do it with them. And so when I focused on my own personal experience and shared that, I don't need a degree or certification. People want real people who have done the work and just show them how to actually do it. And so when I focused more on that, that kind of alleviated that fear for me. My second one was, I'm not where I want to be from a health and fitness perspective. Like who's going to follow me, and when I realized that people want to be a part of your journey and do it with you, that was huge for me. And they don't want to join someone who's already there at the end. Because, starting a health and fitness journey is a very personal, vulnerable thing. And so they would rather it's much more fun to be in the trenches with someone and to have someone cheering you on who's also doing the hard work than to have someone who's, at the end of their journey, which you're never at the end of your journey, but who's way farther along and saying, I'm done, I'm the expert. My other fear was, what will people think of me? Which, that's a really common one. And in reality, this took some mindset work and some personal development work, which I've mentioned is a big pillar in coaching. But when I realized that someone in my life is always going to have an opinion about anything that I do, why not focus on something that actually brings me joy, I really love, and is making a difference in someone's life? And so when I shifted to focusing on the people that I could help and the people that did need my message and focused on what was bringing me personally joy, I got over what will people think of me? The next was, what if I disappoint people? And for me as an Enneagram 2, Lisa, I'm not sure if you're familiar with the Enneagram, but as a 2, it's one of my biggest fears is, someone joining my team and me not giving them what they need. And this for me has just meant a lot of personal development, digging into boundaries, realizing that you can't do everything for everyone. You can give them the tools and they have to do a lot of the work themselves as well. So for me, just as a coach, it was, creating those boundaries in my mind and realizing where I could actually help people. And then my last fear was joining an MLM. I very much, when I joined this, was like, MLMs are bad. Don't go near them. And that just stemmed from, honestly, an uneducated understanding of Beachbody specifically. And I've been doing this for 3 years, and I've been to a couple of conferences where I've heard compliance talk. I mean, I have so much respect for the CEO, and understanding Beachbody's integrity and their direction and how they structure the company and how they structure coaches and the compensation plan and everything. It is just a different business model to the traditional MLM that so many people think about, where the goal is to just sign up as many people as possible, or where paychecks are taken from other team members, like Lauren said. Beachbody gives to you. They don't take out of anyone. They're constantly rewarding on top of. And it truly is like, it's truly, we offer a service and we offer a value, and we're not just trying to sign up people. My goal every month is to help 3 new people get started on a health and fitness journey. And it's not just to sign them up, it's to help them realize their goals and their results. So that feels really good.
All right. So for me, some similar things, a couple of different, but my number one, I've kind of already talked about this, is I didn't have enough time. I was wearing a ton of hats, doing a ton of things, already wasn't at home very often with my family. So adding this felt like, in the beginning, I was like, do I really want to add something more? Right. And what I really came to realize was that I was passionate about it, right? I was already doing it. And if I could just learn to prioritize my passions, then I could make room for something that was going to make my life just feel better, right? So for me, my passions were coaching and teaching and health and fitness and my family, right? So I just had to learn how to prioritize those. So for me, it was like, well, let me really think about my day. What do I do? Okay, like my morning's pretty solid. I don't have a lot of wiggle room there. But when I come home and I put the kids to bed, I sit down and I watch like 3 hours of TV. Right? And I'm not talking like the news or like educational videos. I'm talking like straight up trash, right? Which was my way of shutting off my brain. It just was. But when I really thought about it, I was like, okay, what's that going to do for me besides allow me to shut off my brain? Okay, how about I replace that with something I'm really passionate about, like health and fitness and coaching, and how can I tie that all together and also help it like shut off my brain, right? And I found that when I was doing this, I was able to shut out all the other things that were stressful in my life and focus on something I loved, right? So just kind of reprioritizing those passions, being able to have that honest conversation with myself about what my days actually looked like, and finding the time to do it, because it exists, right? My second fear was I don't know anything about owning a business. I am the worst when it comes to finances. I have nothing to do with them when it comes to our family. My husband does it all. I want nothing to do with it. All I know how to do when it comes to finances is spend money. At least that's what I've always told myself. Right? Owning a business to me was like, oh my God, I'm not a business owner. I know nothing about it. Right? And when I was talking to my mentor and other women on our larger team, it was like, I didn't really have to know any of that. Beachbody really takes care of all of those things that people that own brick and mortar businesses have to do. I didn't have to figure all of that out. All I had to do was know that I loved this, share it with others, and help hook them up. Right? I needed to learn some of the platforms for sure, right? How to help people sign up and things like that. Right? But I really discovered that this was a do then learn business. If I could just start doing those things, I would learn it along the way. Right? And I'm still learning every single day, right? But I've been able to be really successful without having to know it all right up front, which as like an Enneagram 3, that was like hard for me to just go forward without knowing it all, right? Third one was I wasn't active on social media. I shared pictures of my family. That was about it, right? Occasionally. I didn't have a huge following, and I had seen other top coaches in the network with like tens of thousands of followers. And I was like, well, that's not me, right? So I can't be successful at this. Okay? And that was just a lie, right? I really just needed to focus on the people I did have, the following that I did have, and serving those people, the people who were in my circle, right? And in their circles. Almost every single person on like my personally sponsored team, I already knew from one, path or another, right? I really don't have a lot of coaches on my team that I never met, that I just met on the gram, right? So I focused on serving the people I did have. The fourth one, I didn't want to be salesy. I did not want to turn my very small Instagram, but that was full of kids and family, into a billboard for Beachbody. I just didn't want to, right? So I didn't, right? That was the great thing. We've said this a lot today. You get to choose your path in this business. It's like choose your own adventure, right? So, no, buddy, I'm almost done, okay? We're at the breaking point. So I really just thought about, like, how would I talk about my favorite jeans, right? If someone asked me what my favorite pair of jeans were, I could talk about it for probably 30 minutes and I would have no problem doing that. So why couldn't I do that about something that I loved, something that worked for me, something that changed my life, right? And as soon as I started to think of health and fitness as my favorite pair of jeans, it was easy, right? And when I realized I didn't have to be a billboard for Beachbody, all I needed to be was a billboard for me and my team, everything changed. Okay, bud. One more. My last one is that I was not a leader. And this is really, sorry. I'm sorry. Just, okay, buddy, I will print you a bird, okay? So I thought I was not a leader. And this is surprising to people because I was in leadership roles in the classroom. I was in leadership roles at the school I taught in. I was in leadership roles as a coach. I was in a leadership role, but I never actually saw myself as a leader. So through this opportunity, I leaned into personal development, something I never did. I thought it was like this foo-foo hippie stuff. I was like, nope, not doing it, don't need it. And to me, professional development meant like this really terrible meeting that my principal was going to make me go to that I hated. And I learned that it was so much more than that, that it was about figuring out what you needed in your life to make you a better human, to make you a better leader, to make you more confident, whatever it was, any limiting belief that you have in your life. And I dove into that. I dug into PD, I leaned into it, and really started to help my coaches do the same. And as I did that, I became a confident leader for the first time in my life. And that spilled over into all of those other leadership roles that I had. And I finally became confident in those areas as well. All right, so those were just like, again, you might have some of those fears. You probably do. Maybe you have all of them, right? And that's okay. We had them too. And there are still days where those fears creep in, right? They never like 100% go away. But we have learned through this how to deal with it, right? By leaning into the team, leaning into professional and personal development, and moving on with it, right? And what we find when you take that action, right? When you take action over fear, it can lead to some really incredible things, right? And for us, how coaching has impacted our lives, how taking action on those fears and really like failing forward has impacted us, first and foremost is friendship. We have developed some amazing friendships along the way through coaching, right? It hasn't been in a challenge group. It hasn't been in a 21-day program with some random customers. It has been with the women on our team who lean into fitness every single day, who lean into each other, and who really do fitness and life together. We have met some of our best friends through this opportunity that we had either disconnected with at some point in our life or that we really had never known before, right? And that friendship is truly something that I don't, it's like you cannot replace it. Okay, the second thing is this income through impact. Like we have been able to impact our own lives, but also the lives of others. And as Mel said before, there's nothing better than a phone call or a text or an email from somebody that says, you have changed my life. I have lost this many pounds. I have this, and that, right? That you have changed my life. Like that is an incredible feeling to know that you played a part in that. And then on top of it, to earn an income through that feels amazing, right? Like I am all about earning an income by helping people live healthy and fit, and by helping people add years onto their life. If I can earn an income for that, I'm here for it. Right? And then the last thing is just this idea that, oh, shoot, sorry, just kidding, didn't want to do that. Trying to move that, there we go. Okay, freedom and choices, okay, that impact, that income, that can lead to more freedom and choices in life. Whether it is financial, whether it has to do with confidence in the person that you become from this, okay, whether it is time freedom, there are so many ways that this business and this opportunity can change your life, okay, by providing that freedom and that ability to choose your schedule, your path, your life, your future for yourself and your family. I'm gonna just fix this situation, and Mal, I'm gonna let you take over this next part.
So our last question is, after everything that we presented, do you see yourself here? And Lisa, I see you here. And then for anyone who's watching afterwards too, really we're here just to share our journey to inspire others to do the same. And really, you know, a lot of women that we impact are, not all, but most are moms. And it's, you know, giving them permission to take care of themselves, that they are worthy of that time and that they deserve that time for them, and inspiring them to take that time. And the cool thing is that when you join as a coach, you kind of level up to a new, I would say, bar. And you will then impact the lives of the people that you love the most immediately surrounding you. My decision to become a coach has impacted my husband's health, my mom's health, my dad's health, my in-laws, my brother-in-law, my sister-in-law, and my kids, most of all, because they see me doing it every day and they see what healthy is. And so that's like one of the greatest things, is that you can impact those people in your life that immediately surround you. And then really it's, again, creating a life of more freedom and more choices. I used to feel like I wasn't in the driver's seat of my life emotionally, from a job perspective, and now I truly do. I feel like I know myself so much better, where I know that the choices that I'm making, I'm in the driver's seat now of whatever I choose to do. And really coaching has given that to me. So next steps would be to connect with your coach. Hey. We also are going to be having a unit in our team page where we will help you through kind of like those initial steps to get to the first rank in Beachbody, called Emerald. And then would really just help you to share, inspire, and invite, and cheer people along. And that could be people in the group, people that sign up with you, but really just being that cheerleader and that positive presence for people. So with that, we have a couple minutes left. Lisa, do you have any questions?
What are the first first few steps in joining a coach? Like, what would that look like?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, from my perspective, it's what's your own health journey like right now? Like, what program are you going to do start to finish? What nutrition plan are you going to follow? And just like coaching you through, like, what do you think your roadblocks would be? What are your goals? And then my first thing to you is, who do you want to invite to do this with you? And it's literally just inviting a couple people to do it with you. And then the next step would be, okay, what are we going to do next? Who are we going to invite? So it's not, like Lauren said, like when we both first started doing this, I probably spent 15 to 20 minutes a day. Like it was small. And obviously what we're both doing now, we're a couple of years in, it's very different. And part of our job is to enable our new coaches to be successful. And that's giving you content. But then the next step I usually recommend for brand new coaches is to run their own group. And that could be 3 people in a group, and just, you know, posting daily content, encouraging them, helping people then experience their own journey. And just go from there. And to me, like Lauren said, it's a do then learn. You just start doing stuff and you just start sharing, like, I'm doing this workout today. Here's my healthy lunch today. here's how I make it work when I'm traveling up to my cabin with kids.
Yeah, and I think too, like when you, the first couple people that sign up with you, they're going to be like your really good friends, a sister, your mom. Like it's going to be people in your life that you're really close with. And those are the people that you can really be open and honest with them and be like, hey, I really want to try this coaching thing. It sounds like something that I might really love adding to my life. Would you do this with me? Like be my guinea pig, right? And just like do this program with me and give me some feedback on what you thought, right? And just kind of utilize them as your you are your, I would say like your OG customer. You are your first customer that you have to take care of, right? And then can you find a couple of other people that are willing to be those guinea pigs and do it with you? A, because it's more fun to do with others, and B, it's a really great way to learn with people that you're really comfortable with, that'll be honest with you, that will, help you along the way without a ton of fear of like, am I doing it right? Is it wrong? Right? So that you can do that learn.
I'm trying to think of other questions, and I don't really have many. I feel like you guys covered all. I took some notes, and I think what would help me, I know, Mel, you sent some of the next programs. If I hate to say it, can you resend that information? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say, yeah, Lisa, for like you, and again, we could set up another call and talk through some specifics, but what I would recommend for you right now is sign up as a coach and do the You Are a Badass group with us, start to finish. And almost use it as an opportunity. And maybe we can see if we can get 1 or 2 friends to join you and do it with you, but use it as an opportunity to kind of say like, I work out at home. It's an app, you just start to like share your journey. You don't have to come out guns blazing being like, everyone sign up with me. So yeah, I think that's what I would recommend for you.
Okay. Yes. And then, I'm still in like thought decision process on if this is the route that works for the season of my life. I do see a lot of alignment, but Mel, I think like a one-on-one call would be good too. So, but other than that, thank you guys very much. This was insightful, and it's really given me a lot to think about. And I took some phrases back of like, and they're the simplistic phrases, but they're the ones that kind of hit your core. Like if you just continue to focus on what brings you joy, right? Like it's almost that appreciative inquiry, like just keep leaning into that. So I liked that. I like that a lot. So, and the while life happens, I think that's an important piece. So I appreciate those viewpoints. So
good. I'm glad.
Yeah, perfect.
Awesome.
All right.
All right. Well, yeah.
Well, thank you guys.
Connect. If you have any other questions, obviously feel free to send them our way. And I'm so happy you could hop on. Thank you for your time. And I hope we see you as our next welcome into TFF.
I hope so too. All right. Well, I will look for your information, Mel, and I'll probably have more questions I'll send your way too. So
sounds good.
Okay. Thank you. Happy Friday.
Thank you. Happy Friday.